All right, what's going on, you guys? I know that it's been a minute, but welcome back to another episode of Anything and Everything with D, the podcast where anything goes. And I have some dope-ass guests with me in the building today. I have three amazing and talented young men, and I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves. I think we're going to start with Renzo. D. Renzo in the building.
Yeah, bro. How you doing today? I don't know. Where should I start? Just who I am?
Yeah, just like what do you do and who you are? Who's D. Renzo?
Okay, D. Renzo. That's me. I'm a recording artist, songwriter, producer, photographer, day trader, just an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur.
Heard the vibes. All right, Matt. We have a recurring guest, Matt Thomas. In the building.
Hey, you guys. You guys already know everything about me. But if you don't and you're new here, you know, D should be at like a million downloads right now.
Not yet.
My name is Matt Thomas, professional basketball player, college graduate, YouTuber, clothing designer, CEO of a cosmetic line. You know, just
yeah.
working. Yeah. But I can just go on for days.
All right, and then we have Fabien.
FabienTv.
I'm
a YouTuber, a model. That's pretty much it.
That speaks for itself. All right, so basically, I think I just want to start this off with like the craziness that we're living in right now, and how do you guys feel about like this time that niggas got condoms on the mics? Like, how do you guys feel about like life now? Anybody take the floor?
So how should we do this? Should we gonna raise hands?
Nah, just talk. Niggas just gonna talk shit.
Button?
No, talk.
Yeah, I think it should be regular.
Yeah.
I'll start. I think. Well, with these condoms on the mics, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I'm not comfortable at all. You know, like I hate wearing masks.
Yeah.
You know, I hate that I have to walk outside and I feel like Batman. Like, oh my God, I left my mask. You know what I mean? I left my mask. You know, so I hate that. Overall, this is just a different lifestyle. I'm just kind of waiting for it to get back to normal. You know.
I don't think.
You know, I gained the quarantine 15, so I'm not really.
Yo,
tell me about it.
I gained like 20 pounds.
Yo, I swear.
Now you don't look like it. I've definitely gained weight.
It's going to my gut, my stomach.
Yeah,
I gotta lose that.
My weight just went on to my thighs.
The jeans do look a little bit tighter.
Facts, yo. Me and Matt walking down the block and we looking at this nigga and Matt's like, yo, his pants are kind of tight. I'm like, for real?
Nah, they are tight.
Nah, but it doesn't look bad. I don't know. I just feel like this is frustrating for me. I feel like it's frustrating because everything that we have taken for granted, the simple things that we used to do, going shopping in the store or just everything is like my kids can't even go to school. I'm starting school. I can't physically go to school.
It's crazy.
And it's just the normalcy is gone. And I don't think that there will ever be like, I don't know. Like, what does that look like anymore?
I think it's cap.
I think it's cap.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Don't get me wrong. Like, I think this COVID joint is cap, bro.
Big facts.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like.
Let's talk about it. Go ahead.
I feel like it's cap. I really don't feel like it's to the severity of what people are saying. Like, obviously, it might be something. Obviously, it might actually be a sickness and stuff like that.
Something.
But to the severity,
people are dying.
To the severity of, you know, people die every day.
Word.
You know what I mean?
I know.
People die every day. Like there's a pandemic going on. Like, oh my God, it's killed 130,000 people. Cigarettes is out here giving people cancer. They're dying at a massive rate, and they're still selling cigarettes. But they want to shut the world down over COVID. Come on, everything is so backtracked. It doesn't even make sense to me. You know what I mean? It's like how can you act like you really care about the health and really care about what's going on, but then produce and put out mass things that kill people? Like
GMO.
You know what I mean?
Yo, that's a
pesticides.
Pesticides? First of all, I had a brolic ass tomato the other day. I'm not even lying. And I cut it open and like everybody knows what a tomato is supposed to look like on the inside, how it has like this shit was deformed on the inside. And I was that's pesticides. We eat that stuff. Like, yeah. Anyway, so another thing that I want to talk to you guys about, you guys are obviously young black men and you know everything that has happened with the Black Lives Matter movement. Like, how has that impacted each of you and your daily lives and how you are going to continue to move forward in life with everything that has transpired?
Personally, you know, even before, like prior to this whole outbreak, you know what I'm saying, I've always been like a very involved person in just my evolution as a person, but also the human race. So not even just black, not just white, But at the end of the day, I'm a black man. I wake up black, you know what I'm saying, go to sleep black. So, you know, when everything did, you know, come about, and then there was the riots or the whatever you want to call it, the
protesting,
you know what I'm saying, the peaceful protests, because I've been there, you know what I'm saying, I was in the field. The first one I went to was one up in Harlem by on 125th over by the Apollo.
Yeah.
And it was just, I felt it, you know what I'm saying, like it touched my soul. Like it really empowered me. I felt, you know, our unity. I felt what it was like to really be a part of the culture, not just being black, but actually being black amongst black people during a time where we are needed, you know what I'm saying? Not when it's all the BET awards, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's dope,
You know what I'm saying? Like, so just being there, it just really showed me, like, all right, so this is my role. I have to put on for my people, which is always the role of, you know what I'm saying, D. Renzo as an artist, just trying to put on for my family. Now it's like, it's global, you know what I'm saying? But how it affected me physically, like, you know, once I got a taste of it, I was like, I like this, you know, it feels righteous. So I kept going to them. After my third one, I lost my voice, and I'm an artist, mind you. I don't have my voice. Like, I can't even. So it's just like, I couldn't really make songs how I wanted to. Like, I couldn't really speak to people. Like, it really affected me outside of being there and having to, you know, scream my lungs out already. It's like now when I do have to say more or do more in other aspects of my life, the fact that I gave so much, it took a lot from me too, if that makes any sense.
No, that makes a lot of sense.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, now I could relate it, like, oh man, like, it's a real physical oppression now on my vocals because of how much I had to, you know, emit the energy and like, you understand? Yeah, so
that was
that's
very
how
profound. Yeah, how about you guys?
What about you, Faye?
Because I know you guys were together. Yeah. You guys had both been to, I was so worried.
Was the last one what y'all were saying.
Yeah, like. Nah, but it's crazy, honestly, like, that cops are, like, really killing our people and not going to jail for it. It's just, like, frustrating because, like, you see on the news every day that one of us is getting killed, a brother or a sister, whoever, and to a point, it's like you gotta start watching out for yourself when you see, like, when you're driving or you walking, you always gotta be on alert, just in case a cop do try something on you.
That's scary. I can't imagine
something on your car or on your person.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it is. I can't imagine living I'm not a black woman. I have 2 black children, but just even for the young black man, like all of you guys, I care about all you guys. The fact that I would even have to worry about something happening to anybody that I care about because of the mentality and the mindset of some people, that shit is just heartbreaking.
Nah, yeah, it's crazy. Like, for me personally, like, I'm big. You know, I'm muscular, so when I walk past, like when I walk past certain police officers, they're scrawny to me. You know what I mean? And I know that if we was to get into like a physical bout, they're not gonna, you know, tough you back. You know what I mean?
He's like, yeah.
Yeah. So the thing about it is, it sucks. It sucks. Like, you know, I don't understand why people in the NYPD are police officers. You know, out here, if you're not from New York State. I don't understand why you from Minnesota, but you are NYPD. I feel like if you are from Minnesota and stuff like that, you should be affiliated and work in your own neighborhood. Looking at everything that's going on with the social injustice to the murders and things of that nature is very unsettling. It's very unsettling and it's very uncomfortable that when I walk past a police officer, I make sure that I keep my hands still.
Yeah, that's
or like I take my hood off so they can see my face. So I could be like, you know, I mean no threat to you.
Yeah.
So the people that's supposed to protect us is the same ones that's killing us.
That's
you know what I mean?
Make no
like
sense.
and you know, and everybody throws out that other narrative that black on black murder and stuff like that, which I want to like defuse that whole thing, because you can't say black on black crime because you never hear Asian on Asian crime, white on white crime, Puerto Rican on the Puerto Rican crime. Like, come on,
that's just
like,
something that people
you know
say.
what I mean?
And at the end of the day, let's be really honest about what that even is. When people kill of their kind, to me, that's after years of being oppressed. people living in low income, people living in the projects. That's just a lifestyle that people and minorities live. And unfortunately, as a result and a byproduct of that lifestyle, we kill each other. So it's fucking human on human crime. Niggas is killing everybody.
It's a byproduct of institutional racism.
Exactly.
And basically their tactics, you know, that it was divide and conquer from the beginning. You know, it was take some, make them go against it, it's less work for us. You know what I'm saying? All the things they implemented in the ghettos, all the things even the redlining, like we couldn't get certain homes or public assistance you know what I'm saying, the people that aren't of color. It was just like, it was kind of, everything was set up literally to destroy
it was
us.
just sad. I cried. I was very heartbroken. Like, you know, even for my kids, to try to explain to them like the things that are going on in the world, and it just makes me realize that I have to work that much harder, not only as a mother but just as an individual, to be better. And because I feel like for all of us sitting in this room, I feel like it is our responsibility to educate other people. I feel like if we want to make a difference, and if we consider ourselves of that stature, and we don't do things only for us but for others, I feel like we are responsible for educating others and helping them become better people.
Definitely.
So watching all of these things, and it's like, you know, everything came to a head, and it just made me so sad and frustrated that why did this even have to happen? Like, why did it have to get to this point for there to be such a movement? You know what I'm saying?
But it's crazy because it's like, it's just crazy because like one thing I always say is I feel like white silence is violence. I feel like if you're a person if you're a person that's, you know, Caucasian, white, whatever, and you do know that this is wrong and you don't speak up for it, basically you're abiding by what's going on. You know what I feel? And everything that's going on now, as far as, you know, what happened with George Floyd, has happened before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just that it's being recorded, and social media is just such a big, powerful weapon now.
Platform, yeah.
You know what I mean? So now it's just like you're seeing it more consistently. But the thing about it is that people are getting murdered. I mean, like, literally murdered.
Daylight.
And cops are going on leave.
And it's being recorded.
You know what I mean? Like, it's being... I wonder if black cops were killing white people like this, how long would it take for things to be... You know what I mean?
No,
like,
it would take the same day.
The same, not like hours. It wouldn't even... That's not even... What are we talking about? Because we already know.
But has it ever even happened? Like, it's never
No,
happened.
of course.
Like,
the fact that it has never happened is just like... Look at it. Look at the ratio. Look at the difference. It's like, why though? Like, why? You know what I'm saying? Why is action barely being taken or nothing happening at all? It's just crazy.
I think the most important thing is, like, we cannot control what others do, but we can control what we do. So if we see all this injustice, why is nothing, like, we have, you know, like, the authorities, like, you could do something about it. Why is it taking so long for...
Well, they kind of crippled the African-American male minds prior to this. You know what I mean? A lot of African-American males don't believe that they can stand up for something and actually be better. You know what I mean? Like a person like Renzo, me, you know, Fabe or something like that is kind of like a dime, 100 maybe. You know what I mean? Because people don't think that they can make it above. So it's like you're already attacking the fact that you might grow up in a single-parent household. Then you growing up in a pack of living in a ghetto. Then you don't have the benefits and stuff like that. Like you have to really focus and fight and all of this, and you have to get past that and that. And it's just like, you know, you're already struggling. You know, but people don't look at it like that. They're like, oh, we all have the same opportunities. You know, don't worry about it. Like you know. And I feel like that gives us that extra chip. You know what I mean?
On your shoulder.
If I walk into a room, like, I feel like I'm a grab the attention because I deserve the attention. You know what I mean? Like, I went through trials and tribulations to get to this point, and somebody gonna hear my testimony.
Talk that shit.
You know what I mean? Somebody gonna hear my testimony.
Talk that shit.
Yeah, so that's what I be thinking.
It's important. That's why I said, I kept telling Matt, I was like, I want this podcast or whatever the direction of the conversation is just to be about, you know, men, black men, mental health. Like, you guys that I mean, just in general, I feel like men, especially black men, are never raised with the ideology that it's okay to talk about how you feel or be who you really are, and everything that you just mentioned, and that shit is whack because that's like extra that you have to carry as a black man. And like, I don't even know how you guys do it.
When you say black man, right, who do you incorporate in that bracket?
What do you mean? Like, as in, like, race? Any man of color.
Okay, because I know a couple, you know, some Boricuas that's just as black as I am.
Well, okay, so let me be honest about this statement. There are men who are Spanish who are black, like black, darker than probably Fabian.
Yeah.
If it is not made known that they are Hispanic, they will be treated like a black man.
Yes.
Exactly.
Now, if there are Hispanic men that are darker, but people know a nigga bust out speaking Spanish, he won't get treated probably as bad as they would treat a black man. And I'm very honest in that. I have no illusions about they will get treated differently, but probably not as much or, than. But
I've seen both sides of it. I'm not even gonna lie.
No,
I
it is.
have
It
a
is
very
both sides.
Diverse group of friends, and it's just like when I get in the same amount of trouble as they do, they get in the same amount of trouble as I do. Like, except for one instance, I'm not even gonna lie. My friend, he had like, we hopped the train or whatever, some little kid stuff, and then we got stopped by these undercovers. You know what I'm saying? And then he had a PBA card. He was Bengali, and I don't know if that really made a difference, but he had the PBA card too. It's like basically the
get out of jail free card.
So he had it, and we did the same thing. They let him go. He's like, no, we taking you. Took me down to Broadway Junction, had me in the bookings, bro. I'm just like, wow, like, it's crazy, but
should do the race.
and he was just as brown as I am, so I guess there's the difference, but it's also like your access. You know what I'm saying? We have to do our job to gain access, so we gotta work as hard as we can, get as much knowledge and spread it as much as we can. Just like the same thing with the outbreak. Just keep
That's why I
spreading,
said you have to educate. And I know that was a big rift also with the Spanish community, the black community. And it's like what you said earlier. I consider us of the human race. I don't think we're all human. And I think that a lot of us face different struggles, some obviously more so than others. But I feel like it's everybody's duty and responsibility just to educate.
Nigga, if you Puerto Rican or Dominican, you are black.
Period. Don't tell me that. Nigga. First of all, why was that even such a thing?
Yeah, I don't even know what that's about. That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Because I don't. Okay, so there's two sides to that. I know that. I don't even have to get into that conversation. So there was anger on the part of the black community, like, well, Spanish people are not black, and then there was the opposite, like, well, we are black, and then they're like, no, you're not, or we're not.
That's called ignorance.
Yeah, that's the ignorance. Ignorant. Because the thing about it is like,
and that was like a big fucking issue.
Like, a lot of people don't know about the lynch letter.
What's
right?
that?
So the lynch letter is basically
we're about
like,
to learn.
First of all, the whole lynching thing that is like black people being hung, right? Yeah. The lynch letter was basically saying that the guy was like, we're not going to be able to keep black people, chained up and stuff like that. So the way that we chained them up is chained them up mentally. What you do is you put the tall blacks against the short blacks. You put the skinny blacks against the fat blacks. You put the darker blacks against the light-skinned blacks. You train this mindset, and then you pull the males from the home of the women, so women will start growing up to be independent and not need a man, and then a man wouldn't know how to raise a family. You do that for so long, then it becomes generational. So this is generational curses. So this has been going on for years and years and years, and people are not seeing it from that perspective. They don't realize when I say, my skin is darker than you, I'm better than you. Team dark skin, team brown skin. That's the argument. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like that's the arguments that we're having, and we don't even know that it's constructed from years ago.
Divide and conquer.
You know what I mean? So this is still slavery kind of going on in our minds that people don't want to open their minds to. They like, I don't want to hear that black power conversation. I don't want to hear that. Is it about getting me money? Am I scamming? Am I doing this? It's like, you know what I mean? Like they don't want to hear that. So that's why the conversations is different. You know what I mean? So I could sit in a room full of 10 gangsters and have the same conversation, and then I could sit in a room of 10 businessmen and change my whole aura and be like, yo, listen, I'm on that playing field too. Yeah. So you have to make sure that you have a full deck of cards, and I feel like people nowadays don't have that deck of cards, and I feel like it changes and it varies, and it's very, very frustrating. It's very frustrating.
It is frustrating. And you know what I had to stop? I had to stop it. I had to stop myself from engaging in certain conversations because people are so ignorant sometimes, and I'm understanding of that. So let me just talk about that. Sometimes you have to be understanding of another person's ignorance. It's like, I understand that you're ignorant and you may not ever understand where I'm coming from. And instead of me frustrating myself, sometimes I just feel like you gotta kind of walk away because some people just are not ready to have those conversations, or they're not of that mindset or mentality to even have those conversations. And
I'm big petty though.
Me too. I'm big
petty. Like I want you to feel how dumb you sound. You know what I mean? If you say something, I want you to feel it. I want you to be like, I want you to feel it. You know what I mean?
He's good at that.
Like you're not gonna talk to me about something you're not gonna talk to me about something and not be able to back it up, bro. Especially when it comes to me being a black man. like think about it. I don't have anybody that I really talk to besides my YouTube. You know what I mean? Like my YouTube community, I'm able to express myself to them because they're not responding back. But if I didn't have that outlet, like prior to this, my mental health was shot because I was being pulled in all different directions, you know, from me trying to, you know, do the pro thing to me trying to figure out, you know, who's the female that I want to be in my life, you know, to me trying to figure out, like, you know, I'm juggling joints.
Yeah.
I'm juggling ball. I'm trying to get money. I was doing so much and I never had the time and opportunity to sit down and be like, yo, this is your mindset. This is what you're going through. You know, who do you talk to? You know, we have that tension in our head for so long, and it's just like, and then think about it, not even just that. Then we go out to the world, and the world we have to fight the world. So it's like
I know
we always fighting.
Yeah. Tired by the time we,
like, I think that's another. That's something that I wish more women would take into consideration when dealing with men, because women always expect and want so much from a man, not understanding what he goes through, like everything. We've had these conversations.
Yeah, that entitlement.
And I feel like, damn, they fucking up. Like, they're giving us a bad name. And that to me, some of it's ignorance, but a lot of it is how women were raised to always be like, oh, you're the prize and this and this. But the man is the prize too. Like, he has a lot to offer you than just providing for you whatever materialistically, or, you know, like, you guys go through so much, and I feel like I wish women were more conscious of that.
Stigma?
There is a stigma.
Yeah. And it's
of
just
course.
like, we have to rebrand. Who said this? It might have been Nick Cannon or
that nigga's in picture.
Somebody said we have to rebrand the black man because all they see is a thug or whatever, you know what I'm saying, just the negative connotation.
Yeah.
They never see the Matts, they never see the Fabians, they never see the
Renzos.
Renzos. They just see
That's
the
facts.
they see
That's
the
why y'all gotta
Y'all
gotta
hold shit down. It's straight pressure.
Y'all gotta
right?
hold shit
like,
down.
Like, all we doing is we applying pressure for the whole, like,
big facts.
Yeah, for the rest of my life.
Yeah, like, so how
is
is it being content creators for you guys now? Like, everybody at this table creates a form of content. Artists, YouTube, you do way more than just YouTube. Like, you do a whole bunch of stuff. Like, in this time, how do you guys feel like what does that look like, being a content creator now?
Well, one thing I try not to do is I try not to follow the trends. You know what I mean? Like, I try not to jump on the bandwagons. Like, when I first started doing YouTube, I'm like, okay, let me do some funny shit for somebody just to jump on it, be like, oh my God, he's so cool. But I think it's about me building my own brand, my own narrative. Like, people already see me with the blonde hair, and they're like, okay, you know, he's extra.
Odell.
You know what I mean? You know, that's automatically it's the Odell joint. You know what I mean? But I'm building my own brand off of what I think I am as a man and what I want a black man to be in my own image, because I didn't have that image. So I'm building up what I conjured up over the course of years, and I'm like, I want to be this man for my kids, for my wife, for myself. I want to be my superhero for who I needed when I was younger. You know, and I think when me doing the YouTube and stuff like that, I want people to understand that it's okay to struggle and go through your hardships. A lot of people that put out content always put out positive stuff. You know what I mean? As far as, like, they're always making every shot. They're always doing everything positive. I want people to see me failing. I want people to see me missing shots, missing games, messing up. You know, I want that because I'm human. You know, I feel like I want people to understand that experience. So I feel like me being a content creator right now, I'm trying to change the narrative of stop trending and be real. I feel like in the next couple of years, people are going to respect more people that are putting out real things rather than fake things.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Like, when you say, like, hold on.
He had it. It's right there.
He had it. Just to be real, not follow the trends. It's like, I could relate that to my content as well, because when it comes to, like, producing and when it comes to just, you know, being an artist, you know, just the recording aspect of everything, it's like everybody wants to sound like the Young Thugs, the Travis Scotts, the Pop Smoke. Everybody want to sound like somebody else, because it's okay to idolize someone, but don't copy them. You know what I'm saying? Try to start your own thing. And of course, you got to imitate before you can be able to replicate your own, you know, formula. So with me, though, I've always been that type of, I don't want to listen to nobody. I'm listening to myself all day. You guys, Fabian, with my music. Because if I'm producing it and then I'm writing the lyrics and I'm singing the lyrics myself and I'm listening to myself, it's like I can only duplicate and better myself. You know what I'm saying? Instead of
that's a good point that you just
you know what I'm saying? So always just stick. It's like if you're driving. If you focus on somebody else's car, you in your own lane. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just stay focused on you. You can bounce out everything and develop and start something your own. Someone want to copy you. Like,
I got a question for you then, so basically you said you produce, you write, And so you pushing everything forward, right? So with me, I do this. I'm the CEO of everything that I do, right? So I have to look at everything from different mentalities. Yeah. So when you're producing it, right, and you're pushing it forward, are you looking at it at different mindsets? Like, are you like, as the producer, you like, yo, that's not cutting it, and then you telling yourself as a writer, like, okay, I need to do better. And are you doing that to yourself?
Bro, it's like it's really a battle in my head. I feel like it's like 10 me's.
Yeah.
The other one like, yo, chill. You can't say that because you're gonna put it on the merch. Like, it's like, yo, okay. Me thinking like so many different ways.
Okay, copy. I really thought I was the only person in the world that did that.
Nah, I do that too with my channel.
Oh, your voice sound mad.
What? Des, what about you, Fabien? Like, I hate you. Who did that? That was Renzo. Eddie. That's Renzo. What about you, Fabien? Like, how is it creating content for you now?
When I make videos, I try to like make like four in one day, something like that. I try to stand out usually, cause like a lot of YouTubers try to follow each other, and like me. If you see my videos, I'm either wearing a bonnet.
You are wearing a bonnet.
I'm always wearing a bonnet because I'm trying to stand out. That's me. That's my look.
For the bonnet.
Yeah, fact.
That is
real men wear bonnets.
Yeah, word.
Yeah, you feel me?
You feel me?
You heard me?
Nah, but that's like when I make my videos, I want people to be like, oh wow, he's different. He's big different.
FabienTv, you hear me?
But like a lot of YouTubers just biting off each other. It's okay, but like be your own person.
Or always be your own person.
Yeah, it's just hard sometimes nowadays because people don't know how to be their own person because society is telling them not to be. You know what I mean? So like how you were saying, like women were raised for being taught to be princesses. I agree, but then I don't agree because some women were, but most women are now raised through social media.
Oh.
They're taught. They see the Aries and then the
Yeah.
strippers and stuff like that that's getting all this stuff, and they're like, oh
Cardi
my God,
B.
you know, I'm not doing nothing unless, you know, you know what I mean? Like people are seeing that and they're like, well, I don't have to put in work. I don't have to learn my man. I don't have to learn how to build him and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
No.
She get on.
You know, that's problem.
That's
problematic.
not where it's at. That's the problem. That's just the problem. People are so impressionable. People, like, even as far as, I have had this conversation with Matthew that I try not to follow certain things on social media because whether or not, like, we're sitting there looking at it, if we see things often enough, that shit, like, sits and lingers in your mind.
Yeah.
And I just try not to expose myself to certain things or to negativity because it affects us all in very different ways.
Yeah.
And I'm just... You know, it's frustrating for me as a woman, as a mom. Like, I'm fighting against so many other things as well as, like, my job as a mother. And knowing that we are growing up in a society such as the one that we're living in, it's like, well, fuck. Like, how the hell do I shelter and protect and educate against all these things? And like I said, the way I was raised is not who I am now. Like, I had to do a lot of work on myself to become the woman that I am, especially mentally. And I can honestly say that Matthew has helped me a lot with that. I've learned a lot.
Self-love is key.
Yeah, I've learned a lot about myself and just, you know, a lot of other things as well. But it's hard, like, and to... You know, just to know that so many people struggle with that and to know that so many people care about things that are so insignificant. Like, people care about shit that, like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, but it's the subconscious sometimes. Sometimes you're taught to care about other people's opinions because that's just what it is. It started from a young age. Like, oh my God, I want to go school shopping, so when I go to school, everybody thinks I look nice. And then that just trickles over. Oh my God, Easter's coming. Let me get the proper church outfit. Like, it's so much that you don't realize that we're breaking this into our heads, and then it just happens. It just happens.
I don't care about people's opinion, honestly. They could say whatever they want, but I know who I am as a person and as a man.
Talk that shit, Fabien.
I thought you were about to say they could suck. I thought you were about to say something wicked. Bro. I was about to say, yo,
talk that shit.
Don't talk to the condom like that.
Yeah, so what do you guys feel like, as men, like, what do you guys feel like is missing in your life right now? Or what do you guys feel like you're working towards? Or what are some things that you want?
Male friends.
Oh,
you know, I mean, you guys are further from me, but I mean, as far as male friends with the same type of mindset that I have at a consistent rate, like, you know what I mean? If I could have a house or an apartment complex where I'm in a crib with 3 to 4 men that are thinking the same thing that I'm thinking. Like, they like, yo, listen, yo, Matt, yo, what you about to do? You about to work on your YouTube videos? All right, I copy. I'm over here. I'm writing my music. All right, copy. Yo, I'm over here. I'm doing my bond. Like, you know what I mean? And we're all always working. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be focused on anything else. Like, now, if I'm in a crib with 5 guys that's talking about, yo, when we gonna link these joints? I'm trying to smash something. All we gonna be talking about is killing joints. You know, and I feel like I'm my worst critic. And I'm my biggest motivator. So being that is just like sometimes I I defeat myself. I be like, damn, man. I mean, I know you just edited 8 videos, but you could have edited 10. You know, and I get so hard on myself. So I feel like just being consistent at that point. I feel like if I could have more male friends that I know like genuinely think like how I think, I think that's much more beneficial, because what I've been doing in my life and who I am and how I look and stuff like that, when the women come towards supporting me and stuff like that, it's always a hidden agenda. Like, they trying to kill. You know, they trying to be with me. They trying to get. I'm being so real.
Serious.
Like they really.
You don't even know.
Like they really just be shooting at me just to get close to me. And not even saying like my brand is like the biggest thing, but it's just like they want to be.
It's going to be.
Yeah, of course. Appreciate you. That's what I'm talking about. Big vibes.
That's what I'm talking
You know what I mean? But it's like they want to be a part of something because.
Everybody do.
You know, so I don't know what's genuine. I don't know what's real. You know, and I feel like if I have men around me that can talk in that type
that
of time.
are of that same caliber and stature. Yeah, I feel you.
You just changed my whole family. I was gonna say I need a girl, but I was like, you probably right. Like, niggas should be like.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with I think I understand what you mean in the aspect of just having that special
not
somebody.
Even a girl, a woman for me. A
woman,
a woman.
A woman of
them
a
lonely
stature.
nights be something else.
Well, that's kind of perfect, because that just leads me into what me and Matthew were talking about topics, and this fool fucking went and he wanted to talk about why women don't accept responsibility like Jada and that entanglement bullshit.
They be running.
Just basically, men in relationships. Because let me not even cap. I was about to say it's not just women who don't accept responsibility, but we're not talking about women.
It's humans.
Oh no, we are talking about women.
I mean, no, you're right. I mean, men don't do it. I didn't do it until maybe like a year ago, to be honest.
Accept accountability.
Yeah, for real. I used to be like, "Well, it's the reason why I did this because you did this."
What?
What are you talking about? You know what I mean? But what you want to touch on? What, the Jada joint, or just?
No, I think we could just talk about you guys and your feelings about women and relationships, like.
I feel like yeah. If you want me to be really honest, really honest, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. In the course of time over the females that I've dated over my life, and I've dealt with, I think a lot of women do not look to learn their man, to learn their man's past, and to help them be better towards the future. When a woman comes to a situation, her first things are, how can this man benefit me financially? If I do not have money in my pocket,
she ain't talking.
She's not talking to me. She's not talking to me, or she's not sticking around. I could kill. I could kill. That's cool, but she probably won't stick around if I don't have no money in my pockets. And I feel like that's the different narrative, because a man could take in a broke woman and help her get to that status. A woman would not take in a broke man and help build him. So that right there is, y'all chicks be bugging. You know,
big facts.
That's just real.
Big facts.
What do you?
Nah, I agree with Matt though.
Yeah.
Why?
It's the truth though.
It is the truth, and that's what bothers me about women.
But why do you think it's true?
Why do you think it's true?
This nigga Renzo was like,
do tell.
But you tell me.
Do tell.
Tell your story.
Yeah,
man.
go ahead.
I had to take my headphones off. I'm sorry, y'all. That my ears.
Nah, you good. Yeah, what's your story?
What you talking about, Renzo?
Nigga, Twitter fingers over here. So, we got Twitter fingers in the
boy.
board.
That nigga's Fabian.
We're not gonna talk. We're not even gonna talk about it. We're not finna put Fabian on blast. You heard me?
Facts. Just that what we finna do.
Someone some big ass.
You hear me?
Yo, baby, wow. I was like, yo.
No, I mean, I think what you said is true, and I think that's why I said that I get frustrated. Just because as a woman, do you know how many times I have tried to have that conversation with other females and be like, it's not all about you though. Like, it's not all about you. You have to also take, and some people are just Some women just are like
hard-headed.
No, like it's about me. No, that's where you're wrong. Like you're not being selfless. You have to be selfless. And not only, I feel like when you're a selfless person, you have to be selfless in every aspect of your life in order to truly live and stand in your truths.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So some people are just not there yet. And as far as that's why I feel like you have to sometimes educate and help people get there and have those conversations with them. This is why I have a podcast. It's not just a platform for me. It's a platform for you guys as well, because I like to have conversations and I want to know how other people feel.
But
So
it's some little niggas too, though. The little niggas make it hard for us, because them girls you talking about,
Yeah.
it's the little niggas before that was bigging their head up, making them think they all daughters, and then you run into a king, and it's like, that's not gonna happen over here. That's not gonna fly.
Yeah, sweetie,
you know what I mean? Like,
today.
not today.
We big petty over here.
Like
you
not
hear
today.
me?
Facts.
And I think that's the thing, like, because I've came across situations where I was talking to girls and they were like, well, this is what I'm used to.
Man.
I'm a grown man, so this is what
We
you're
don't
going. This
play
is what
games.
we're
That's
doing.
what I was telling my little brother too. I was like, you can't make the unhealthy things normal. Like America
Yes,
has this,
yes.
this
Oh my
whole
God.
thing of normalizing
Normalizing.
unhealthy things,
Absolutely.
no violence. You know what I'm saying? Murder. Like, why every time relating back to the whole Black Lives Matter thing? It's just like, and what you were saying about how content. You know what I'm saying? When you see it, it affects you. It's like I've seen like several videos of black men either getting arrested and abused or just straight up killed right there, boom, on camera, and it's just like millions of views,
Normalize, yeah.
thousands of likes. Like, what are we liking? What are we? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, and it's so normal now. It's like I don't even feel it no more. Like, remember the first time I seen it, I was like, oh, I was torn up like 6 years ago, 7 years ago. My mom was like, you okay? I was like, nah, I didn't even know the guy. Now it's like I don't feel nothing towards it no more. It's like, wow, that's crazy. I'm used to it now.
The crazy
That's
thing is
horrible.
that where I'm at right now is, honestly, you want to know where I'm at? I said this to D and my mom the other day. I got into an argument with my mom, actually, about this. I said, if a cop stops me and I'm abiding by everything he says, and he punches me in my face,
I'm
He
punching
said,
I'ma
he
knock
said,
him
I'm going
out.
to snuff this
I'm
nigga.
gonna knock
That's
him
what
out.
he said.
No, I'm not gonna snuff him. I'm gonna knock him out. And I know my mom. She's like, but you're gonna die. I said, but Ma, I could still die. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks to suck, but it's like, Ma, I could listen to everything and I
still
can die.
Still die.
I can fight and still die. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And it sucks, and people come like, yo, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. But do you know,
That's real.
white people are not walking out their crib talking to their children like, hey, this is how you interact with police officers. I have to talk to my brother and talk to myself. I have to give myself a conversation like, yo, when you leave today, if you come across a police officer, make sure this is not what you're gonna do, man. And it sucks because I look threatening. You know what I mean? Like I just look threatening. I look like a challenge, and people don't want to test that. And it sucks that I have to have that conversation with my mom. You know what I mean? Like, hey, Mom, I'm going out today. Oh, make sure you stay out of trouble. Yeah, if a police officer hit me, it's like that's just the conversation we're gonna have to have. And it's like, Ma, would you rather me ask? And I had to ask her, and this is a tough question to ask a mother. It's like, would you rather me die laying on my back doing nothing, or standing
That's a
or
tough-ass
die
question
fighting for
because
something?
I'm a parent.
It sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks, but that's a real question you have to ask.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like she explained to me, like when I was younger, she never let me say hi to police officers. I never understood why. Now that I've grown up and now that I've seen it, it's just like,
It's just crazy how much we have to unlearn as well.
yeah.
Like unlearning, bro, like you have to unlearn so much shit because I don't really understand how much of an impact my upbringing and past had on me until I became an adult. And so many things were instilled in me that I grew up to not agree with. And I was just kind of like, it's kind of confusing when you're brought up one way, but you're old enough at one point to make your own decisions and have your own mentality about things.
Yeah.
And then it's like, whoa, I don't agree with that. Like, it's a lot.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks to suck. It's just so much.
It's a lot.
There's so much you got to think about, man. Like the meetings that I'm going into now, when I walk in, first of all, I'm black, but then I'm walking in with black and blonde hair, but then black, blonde hair and tattoos. So people are probably thinking like he's not even intelligent.
Yeah.
He's probably just. And then when I start talking, and then when I'm like one of the people in the room with the most college degrees, it's like, oh, don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
It's like, come correct. And it just sucks that even with everything that a person could have, you could have a college degree and stuff like that, and people still look down on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? So it just sucks with the narrative. But honestly, like I said, my whole thing is apply pressure. I want people to feel uncomfortable. I'm okay with people feeling uncomfortable.
I think people, you have to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's kind of like something that
it's important to feel comfortable within yourself. I don't like he was saying, he doesn't care about anybody's opinion, whatever.
I will walk out the house with a bonnet and a crop top
like
on,
he's
and
full blown.
and
He don't
rock
care.
it, and I won't care.
Full blown for me. Just
What
in his
about
vibe,
a henny?
for me.
About a henny in my hands
Oh,
too.
yeah,
He do love the Henny.
He doing his thing. He got a bottle of Henny, a bonnet. He trying to get lit.
Like
Always.
I'll be capping if I say I didn't care what people think about me, because I do. I don't know why, but I do. Like I'll post a YouTube video. I could get 1,000 likes. If one person
Says
disliked
something.
that video,
I know what video you talking about.
He
be like,
really like that. He be like, so why they didn't like my
Why?
video? Like, I don't
Nah, I be
understand.
like that with my channel
like,
too.
yo, I be edit. I work really hard, so it's like, yo, don't just dislike it. Dislike it and tell me why you dislike
Word.
it. But no, they just be like dislike. Like you.
No,
just-
but that's just one of those people that like you
Nah,
already know the
they're
type
petty.
of people.
They're
Yeah.
petty for that.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
care
for
about
real. I
stuff
mean,
like
it's
that.
cool, but I don't let it overly bother me. But I kind of just laugh at it now, like, okay, just.
First
keep
of all,
working.
that's segue to the perfect topic, because we're all content creators.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what are we all doing? Like when we get to that point where we have to deal with a lot of backlash, where we have to deal with a lot of comments,
I'm
and
ready for
strong
the smoke.
opinions about what you do or what you do or what you do. Like, yeah, you guys ready for that?
I'm ready for the smoke because I'm
I
big
battle
petty.
myself
Facts. Because I'm
before
the
I
same.
even step outside. Like I'm battling myself, so it's like, all right, cool. Whatever else somebody's gonna say to me, I already have 100,000 replies. Like, oh
Yeah.
word, oh word. Like, it's not having it. Like for me, I think about everything that I do before it's done,
Yeah.
and then still after it's done. Because some people do things and then forget about it, just leave it. You know what I'm saying? I'm always thinking, I'm not even here right now. You know where I'm at?
Yeah, where you at?
I'm in 2030.
I
Heard
it.
you.
know what I'm saying?
Talk
Heard
that shit.
But it's just like, you have to have a good sense of self as well, you know what I'm saying? So you can balance out everything. It's like you need those dislikes so you can know how good it feels to have those likes. You need those bad days to know how grateful you are for the good days, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
need death to be grateful for life. You need, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it balances. So it's just like, yeah, you're going to have some real highs and there's going to be some real lows, but as long as you can keep yourself centered in the middle of all that.
And navigate through that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's really important. I feel like I have been doing a lot of spiritual healing, a lot of soul searching, and a lot of reading about certain things when it comes to my mental, because our mental is way more important than I think any of us can give credit for. And having that strength and bond within yourself to be able to navigate through all of those situations is imperative, because things can really fuck you up sometimes.
Yeah.
And
Jinx.
take you to an ugly place. So I feel like it's really important when we start to come into situations like that, that we really know or are equipped well enough to handle them, because sometimes they can be very intense, very ugly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Very.
I'll be telling myself I'm ready.
Me too.
It's like one of those
but
things that
then
you have to be. How many
yeah.
times have I said to you, like, some things you just need to be in it to know how you will handle it? We always like to say, oh, I will do this or I will do that, but are you really? Because when it's happening, what are you doing?
Yeah, because
we don't know what's gonna happen.
I got some comments.
So we don't know what
bro.
we're doing until we in it. You know what
I'm
I'm
ready
saying?
for the hate comments. I'm big petty, so I'm like, all right, show me what you got. I got the heat. I got it on me. I got it on me.
I got it on.
I don't know.
You
I don't know if
feel
I'm
me?
ready, yo. Cause I like I thought I was ready, and then like my channel, took a massive jump, and
Congrats on that,
yeah,
bro.
Facts,
appreciate you.
That was big ups to you.
Like after the massive jump, I had like 10 comments, and niggas was coming at me like,
Yo.
I mean, they was shooting at me, and I'm just like, damn, like, and I mean, I commented back. My mom said was like,
You were real.
I was commenting
yeah,
with
you were
like,
polite.
I was very polite,
Yeah.
because
I wouldn't.
He will say some shit to you
I could
that'll-
say some things that it's gonna be like, all right, but it's no purpose. You know what I mean? I don't know who's watching, so I comment back polite, and I'm just like, it was probably maybe like 10, and I was like, damn, imagine this at the rate of like 10,000 comments. Imagine if it's like could you deal with it, man? I'm just like, I ain't gonna lie, this 10 still bothering me, and it's just like, and it's just people's opinions, and it's like, why do you care? Why does it matter to you?
That's what I say all
You know
the
what I
time.
mean?
People
And-
are so opinionated on
Facts.
other. I try to understand that. Do you know why I don't understand that? I have opinions about a lot of things in life, but I do not have such a strong opinion on the life that somebody else chooses to live. If you're choosing to live your life a certain way, how strong of an opinion can I have on that? That is your choice. You can do what you want with your life. You're the one that has to deal with the ramifications of every choice that you make. So why does Delbra feel so strongly and opinionated. Like, why do people feel obligated? Like, I don't understand that personally, because I'm not that type of person that has an opinion. If you solicit my advice and you ask for my opinion, I will give it to you, and I will be honest. But I'm not one of those people in the comments leaving fucking ridiculous ass. Like, I don't get that. And that's when I say, like, when I said that you have to be understanding of people's ignorance, that's where that comes in. Okay. Because you just have to understand that some people are so ignorant that they're taking that time out of their life to leave you such a comment. Like, there's obviously something wrong with
It's
that.
the whole sense of self thing. It's just like some people, it's like their wires are just tangled, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on in their heads and inside their hearts and their bodies. So it's like, there's the envy, there's the jealousy, there's all types of things that linger, you know what I'm saying, with the low vibrations that don't really need to be there if you would have just focused on the core, which is yourself, you know what I'm saying? If you focus on yourself, you're not too worried about what nobody else is doing, what they're saying, or just anything outside of you. You know what I'm saying? You're in your own universe, you know what I'm saying? Until it gets to the point where it's like, okay, somebody asks you, you know, your opinion is like, okay, then you can.
So like, right. Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, some things do bother me when I read certain things. Yeah. Like, people be leaving comments about Matthew, and I just be like, well, damn, that was harsh.
That was spicy.
Like, okay.
But you know, I'm hands on. You know, so it's like
you crazy.
I'm hands on. So like,
these hands work.
Like,
catch me in the street.
Yeah, yo, sub. You know what I mean? Like, people nowadays is like commenting on my stuff. Like, yo, I want to play you 1-on-1. You a scrub, stuff like that.
That's like, calm though.
It's calm. It's calm. But then there be some other people that, I mean, they be shooting, bro. They be shooting. I had to delete them off our YouTube, like, and it was just like, damn, Maddie, like, are you ready for this? And I was like, you know what? This is the life you asked to live. This is what you desire. So whether you're ready for it or not, you wasn't ready for a lot of things that happen in life, but you know, you handled it like a G. So
your greatness is gonna shine, bro. They can't black out.
Stop you.
They can't stop nothing.
Pretty much.
Yeah, as long as you're true to yourself and who you are as an individual, and you're genuine in your intentions, because I believe intention is everything. Everything that you do in life has to be done with intent. And if you are genuine in that, then I don't think any of us can really go wrong in the choices that that we make. We all want to be better people. What you laughing at?
Baby.
His face, what?
He looks mad stuck.
I was gonna say something.
Say it.
But I forgot though.
Nah, oh my God. Y'all gotta stop smoking.
Alright, we're gonna come back to him.
I didn't smoke.
I ain't messing with y'all. So Renzo, I heard you before you mentioned you thought you needed a girlfriend. Well, what's up with that? Like, Are you looking for like a special? Was that right?
I'm just looking for a queen. You know what I'm saying? Like Matt was saying, an equal. Yeah, I mean, I also try to come to the realization like maybe maybe I'm asking for too much. Maybe equal is not a real thing.
It is a real thing.
You'd be surprised, man.
But I just need somebody who matches.
You know, it'd be surprised. Because it's hard.
It is very hard.
She said, "What does that mean?"
Yeah, like
no, I thought he meant like there's no such thing as an equal. I'm like, damn, so nobody can ever be equal. But it's hard to find.
I think it's hard to find equal. I feel like
or like a counterpart.
Yeah, you could build up to it.
Yeah. Right. I mean, there's gonna be differences, but when I say equal, I mean like somebody who can match your energy, your intentions, your thought process.
Ain't nobody matching my energy. I'm out there.
You out there, and they're not even on this planet. No, but I just mean like somebody that you could really vibe with on those levels and have deep, meaningful conversations with, that you can learn from, someone that you can teach, and that's also teachable.
Yes.
That's
the biggest thing. It's just like if I'm hanging around you, right? You want me to spend all my time with you? What can you teach me? Because I don't want to be the only one speaking all the time, and when I'm speaking, it's something that can benefit or make things go far beyond what you probably thought. It's just like I don't like being that one person. Even my friends too. It's just like
because you can't be adding value all the time to people, and they're not giving nothing back.
Exactly.
That's why
like
I be
Matt
cutting
was saying
people
before.
off.
You'll be in a room. I was gonna let you go out.
Nah, he was just saying I do that shit with ease. I need you to know that I cut people off. That's what he said.
Snip, going.
Facts.
Cut it.
But yeah, man, whoever you just it was right take it. Nah, but like you were saying earlier, bro, like like you know what I'm saying, who you spend your time with, who you hanging around is the results you're gonna get. Like if you in a room with 5 people that got the same energy, same intention, same just drive as you, it's like you gonna you're gonna benefit off of that.
Yeah.
You can't not benefit off of that.
Energy.
Yeah.
Or you could be around people that's like, yo, let's get drunk all day, and it's just
You
like,
saw his face.
I swear, I've come across people like I'm like that. Like,
Nah, it's
yo,
people
like,
like that.
I gotta go cook
I had
up.
a friend that I had
later.
to cut off because all she did was drink.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I think I said this in my last podcast, my last episode. It's like your relationships need to also be beneficial, and we cannot feel bad about that. We cannot feel bad about wanting something in return of substantial value. And I don't mean obviously anything material, but I mean like, what can I offer you and what can you offer me in return? What can we do for each other and help one another grow and learn? And that's hard to find. And I want more friends like that too, whether it be male, female. Like I just want more individuals that share that same mentality and that we could take each other to higher levels. I don't have not one female friend right now in my life that I can sit there and tell her like, these are the things that I want to do. I can't bounce ideas. He's my female friend. Matt.
Not
like,
one.
On God, I have not one female friend that thinks like me and that I can really have those conversations with. I have like my son's grandmother, you know, she's an older woman, but she's really good about that. But like a female friend that I'm close to, that I talk to like that, no. And that it bothers me. I can't even lie. It bothers me that I don't have. I have a lot of acquaintances and women that I'm cool with and that I adore. Like I love a lot of people, but that are like me, that are on the type of time that I'm on, no.
So now you see what he's saying. It's not always equal.
No,
Clay.
it's
always
not.
something or nothing.
Yeah,
It's
like,
not always
yeah.
equal.
Like I mean, like when me and D dated when we was in junior high school when I was a fat boy, right? She came back around full circle. We linked. What is it? 3 years ago now?
Yeah.
Right? So when I first started speaking to her again, like we used to argue. Like I just didn't agree with her. Like her mindset was like, what? Nigga, I was about to pop on her. No cap. No cap. Like her mouth was wicked and all that. And we just was not cool.
It was just me?
No, it was me too.
Oh, okay. See,
No.
I accept that he's right.
It was
though.
me too. But like I said,
right.
like a year ago, but then somewhere down the line, like our communication just got so much better. Like you know what I mean? Like the conversations was just like
different.
It was just like we was actually talking about stuff, like you know, like I mean, and it was just like cool. But the thing about it is that what people are missing is the fact of the matter is that we bumped heads first, and then I promised to God one day I woke up and I was like, I don't want to be toxic no more. I promised. Like I was just like I didn't want to be toxic in my own life. Like my own life. Like I mean I was cursing on my mom, my brother, everybody. I was just wild and I just woke up and I was just like, yo, bro, just stop. Like it wasn't even like just stop. And I just stopped. I just stopped and that was just my mindset with everything. So I think after that it was just like, you know, just be better.
Yeah, you have to want to be a better person.
Yeah.
I know I'm over there looking like they about to fight. I don't know what's going on. Nah, they're talking. We over here being nosy. Don't pay us no mind. But yeah, and I think the dynamic of that. Focus, Renzo. Focus. Focus.
I'm here.
I think the dynamic was that we had to disagree on a lot of things, but we had to allow each other the ability to do that. People don't allow each other the opportunity to disagree, but try to understand. When there's not an understanding or a disagreement, people are just like, fuck it, I don't want to deal with this. And then that was that. We were able to develop a friendship that has been great.
Yeah.
Because we allowed each other the opportunity to be who we were and I guess adjust certain aspects of you taught me a lot. I learned a lot about myself from Matthew.
Yeah, I genuinely feel like you have to go through the trials and tribulations to reap the benefits, you know. And people don't want to. People just want to like. I want the money. I want the glory. I want the fame. Like,
no. Everything is work.
I think I respect everything that's going on with my life right now. It's because of the process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when I've accomplished anything in my life, I always look back at the process like, damn, like the process was dope, yo. Like you know what I mean? Like like the glory is cool. But it wasn't a big exhilarating feeling that I thought I was gonna get every time that I accomplished something that I was fighting so hard to get. You know what I mean? Like when I graduated, you know, me playing pro, like all of these things were just like, when I got it, it was like, okay, you did it. So I'm waiting for the confetti, fireworks, and everything to start coming out. But I didn't get that feeling, so it was just like, just be appreciative of the process. And I think that's why with my YouTube, it's like I want everybody to see the process. I want niggas to be like, yo.
He did it.
He did it. You know what I mean? And this is how he did it. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of people, I don't have the blueprint. Like, I don't know how to be a man. Like I have no idea. My idols when I was growing up was Will Smith. I watched Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when he was doing the dances and stuff. Like, I learned how to dance from Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I learned how to tell jokes and snap on people from Martin.
I'm dead.
You know what I mean?
Funny, you be cutting ass.
Yeah, but I learned from them. If people really was to ask me, like, who was the male figures you learned from, I swear it'd be them. Yeah. And it's like, and I realized in things that I do, like, so much of what I do is like I can see me, like, doing dances, and I'm like, yo, damn, like, I'm emulating Will Smith to the T. You know what I mean? And
that's growing up, yeah.
And it just, like, it's like now I have to really make the man that I want to be.
Be that man.
Yeah, be that
you
man
gotta
now.
be that man. And be that man for yourself. Be that man for those around you, because you want others or other young men to have that example of what a man. Yeah, I'm petrified of raising my son. I'm so scared to have a son and raise my son because I'm a woman. There's some things that I will honestly never be able to teach my son or help him understand, and that scares me. Yeah, it scares me a lot, but I'll be all right.
The best thing my mom did was she put her foot in my eyes. She whooped my ass every time.
Facts.
First of all, y'all should have seen Renzo's face. Renzo was just like, what?
I was waiting.
Foot in
my
the
mom,
ass? What?
She beat me, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. It was like, bow.
Yo.
Like, bro, my eyes, bow. It was like, yo, I'm getting hit for everything. And
She Caribbean?
Nah, she black.
Black?
She might be Caribbean messing around. She just hit me for everything. It used to be like, yo. Like, I used to think stuff. Bam, what you thinking? I was like, yo. And it was just like, over the course of time, like I had grew up and I was just like, damn, like, you know, I don't think she cared. Like, I don't think she loved me. Like, I don't think she, and it was just like the way that she built me up was perfect for society.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's
tough
perfect.
love.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, tough love is just like it got me ready, it got me right, and you know, it's gonna be a lot of smoke. Free smoke, free smoke, free
Well,
smoke.
I wanted to say thank you to you guys, and I think that you're all amazing, and I'm proud of everything that you're all doing. Because I know that you're working on some things. I know you're working on a brand, right? And you have some things that you're doing.
Coming out with a merch soon. FabienTv merch coming out.
Heard the vibes. And obviously, Matthew, you know how proud I am of you.
Yeah, appreciate
and Renzo has some pretty amazing music, actually.
Yeah, hell yeah. I bet.
Your music is dope.
Word.
So I think that you're
not even
doing
the best
great.
music
And
out
he's
there.
doing photography now. Like, I think that you guys are all amazing. And I'm proud of you all. And I want you to keep, being the best versions of yourself and doing what you're doing. You're welcome. Does anybody have anything to say in closing?
Yeah, you're pretty amazing.
Thank you.
So let me first of all, I want to let you guys know, yo, D just signed up for her college course classes.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's big vibe. Big vibe. Yeah. You know.
Thank you. I'm going back.
We appreciate you for having us on the show and stuff like
Big
that.
facts.
Thank you for coming. I'm gonna have you on again. Y'all always welcome to come and talk your shit.
Yo, no cap, you should do it. I think one of the next joints would be like 3 girls, 3 guys.
Oh, we could definitely. That was a great idea.
And have like a little argument.
I'm
I think I have to find a decent. I have to go through my.
Yeah, because I'm with all the
my arsenal.
Me too.
I'm with all.
I'm big petty.
They better be intelligent because I'm not playing no music with you.
I don't know too many.
Then you lost already.
That's fine. I'll find somebody. I think that'll be dope. But
Yeah,
thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate all of you.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. You guys are gonna be back soon, so I'm not. They'll be hearing more.
Yeah,
I hope you stay in New York.
Me, I'm going back home on Saturday. Yeah, for those of you guys on my podcast who don't know, I have relocated to Virginia. Yay!
Rich what? Rich man.
No, absolutely not.
I just wanted to say that. That's what Coach
it was
called
an
her.
important lifestyle change that I needed to do for my children. So anyway, enough about that. So
Yeah, hopefully next time we take these condoms off.
Big facts.
no, listen, who knows?
Raw doggy.
Who knows? Wow.
That was wicked.
All right.
Wicked.
So I think we're good. Does anybody
Big
else
wicked.
got anything?
Honestly,
Oh.
I don't even want to get. I want to hit. Yo, Renzo, let me hear something. Yo, drop.
Oh,
drop
yeah,
something.
yeah,
Spit
yeah.
some
real quick.
bars.
I ain't gonna lie.
Spit some
Yo,
bars.
Coming to you live, late night vibes.
Z Renzo on
Z
the
Renzo
mic.
on the mic. Is it?
Hey man, look.
Uh-huh.
I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about the rapping, but what I am going to say is I'm saying thank you to D, you know what I'm saying, for having us all up here.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you to Fabian.
You feel me?
Yeah,
I wish you a good luck here. Shout out to my son Matt.
yo, my guy.
You know we up here.
You know the vibes.
And the lovely gentleman
You can't forget my son.
in the
cut.
corner. What's your name?
It's our audience.
What's your name? Jawan? Hi. How
backstage
are you?
camera, you know what I'm saying? Everybody did their thing today. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give him a little 4. I said, yo, we here right now. I'm freestyling off the home. Wait, I'm done. The whole
I was ready. That's okay. I can edit that out. Don't worry.
Yo, make sure I just, you know what I'm saying, tune in D Renzo, D.R.E.N.Z. You hear something for real playing around right now.
Yeah, I'll leave everybody's links. I can't stand you in my description for the YouTube video. I'll tell you where to find FabienTv.
You feel me?
Matt Thomas and D Renzo.
You already know the vibes. Coming to you live. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, and shout out to Gotham. I missed the podcast studio so much.
Yeah,
so
facts.
thank you
Yeah, shout
guys
out to
for
Gotham.
letting us be here and do this, because I was so miserable having to do this over a Skype or Zoom or
Yo, you should set up
awful.
another podcast on Halloween in Gotham Studios and then dress up like Catwoman.
I'm done. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that is where we're gonna end this podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will talk to you next time.
Later.
Yeah.